Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the official Twitch channel of the Indian football team. My name is Lokmanya Chaturvedi, and I'll be your host for the evening, as we've done it before. And today, of course, it's a very special stream because we have two really exciting guests with us, and of course, they are the top professional FIFA players in India, and they are representing M42 Esports. There is a lot to talk about, and this stream will have some really exciting things, and I'll be taking you through as we go step by step. But to start off with that, to all the viewers coming in today, I would just want to remind you of the AIFF eFootball Challenge that is running throughout the course of the 2022 FIFA season. And we have four monthly qualifiers running, which was November, December, January, and February. We have already concluded really well. We have four winners from every qualifier, two winners from every qualifiers, and we've done the November and December qualifier already. That means four players have already qualified for the grand finals. I will talk about the format as well. But the next qualifier, which is going to happen in January, that will happen on the 13th and the 14th, and you have a chance to play amongst the best FIFA players in the country in the grand finals if you do decide to participate in that. And there are some really good players coming in. We already have four winners, like I said, and I will take you through the format. But before that happens, let's shift our focus to M42 Esports. Now, this organization just recently came into the scene with FIFA, and of course, the top athletes like Charanjot Singh, Aditya Chadda, and Saransh Jain were taken into their roster. And today we have them with us. Unfortunately, Charanjot couldn't join us, but we have Saransh Jain and Aditya Chadda who will be playing a best of two match today. Obviously, it's not going to be as competitive as it is when they're focused playing in the tournament, in the tournaments in that zone. But they will be chatting with us, sharing their experiences as how their journey has been with respect to their FIFA esports career. But before that happens, let's talk about the biggest agenda of the stream today, and that is the national team jersey giveaway. Now, you stand a chance to win the official Indian football national team jersey, and I will tell you how to do that. But before that, let's introduce both the players. Aditya Chadda and Saranshin, welcome in, guys.
Hi,
Hello,
thank you so much for
Lokmanya.
having us on.
Perfect. How are you guys doing? Saransh, let's start with you. How are you feeling?
Good. I'm doing good. It's a new year and it's good to be on the stream.
Yeah, I think this is your first time here, and obviously, I'm pretty sure you'll be right there in the national team. There's no doubt about it. I think this year only we'll see you there, and Aditya as well. Aditya, welcome to the stream. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's raining heavily outside, so ignore if there's some background, just ignore it. Like I live in Dalhousie, so it's peak winters here.
Wow. Wow,
Yeah.
no, that's amazing. But those rains and that snow doesn't stop you from uh, beating everyone in the country when it comes to professional FIFA. With that being said, it's so nice to have you guys. I'm pretty sure your journey has been starting with you, Aditya. Your journey has been really short, from what I've seen in the past 2 3 years. You've had a sudden rise in the FIFA esports scene, unlike Saranch, who's been competing for 4 5 years now. But how's the experience being like? Because you started off with someone who just played very casually and now arguably representing one of the biggest orgs in the whole region.
Yeah, so I started off in FIFA 20 and I think lockdown was what kind of motivated me. I mean, I only got free time during lockdown, so I started playing FIFA and gradually realized that I was good at it. I mean, and then now I'm getting better, and finally, now I've qualified for my first LAN event, and which is I think the biggest achievement that I have had so far. So the journey has been good. Met a lot of people, in the community. Everyone's been welcoming here, which is great. So yeah,
Okay.
that's about it.
That's amazing, really, because when I see you competing, it's just pure talent. Because I have spoken to you, we've spoken about this so many times that we've played against each other. The fact that you always enjoy the game, you never came into the game thinking that I just want to become a pro. You started playing casually, and then ESL tournaments, then other tournaments you started playing. And recently, like specifically for you, there's something I wanted to mention. you and Charanjot won the 2v2 FGS. I mean, first season it came and you guys won it. Like, I mean, how do you do that? It takes something really special because people keep dreaming about it for 2, 3, 4 seasons, but they're not able to win that. So talk to me about it. How was the feeling and how did you guys do it?
So I feel like mine and CJ, we like kind of have a similar play style with regarding to pressing and how we attacked. We attacked pretty direct, so our play styles meshed very well. And our organization helped us to travel to Chennai to get the best conditions possible in India, like the best ping possible, because it was supposed to be played on the Singapore server. And like initially, we used to practice on 100 ms on the Singapore server, which was horrible. But then in Chennai, we like it wasn't the best ping, but like it was playable. Like we were getting around 30 ms, which was playable. So I think, yeah, mainly I would like to thank my organization, like who took us to Chennai and gave us the platform to like play the best. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing because when you guys scored the winner, I think it was a win not just for you guys but for the whole community in general. We were all watching it with our eyes peeled, wanting you guys to win and take us to London. I think you guys are going to London instead
Fingers
of it's
crossed.
fingers
Fingers
crossed. I
crossed.
hope so you do. I hope so you do because it's a win for the whole community. Coming to the veteran of the Indian scene is what I would call Saransh. I think him, CJ, and all these players have been competing right from the start. And Saransh, let's start with you being the FGS champion. How does it feel, man? Like honestly, you started off with playing tournaments in your city and land tournaments where the prize pool was 5,000, 7,000, 10,000. From being an FGS champion, that means being the best player in the whole of South Asia. Talk me through it.
Like it was a tough journey. At one point, I was thinking I won't even qualify for the qualifiers since I got a couple of DCs in rivals, and that actually demotivated me a lot, and I lost a lot of skill rating as well. So at that point, I was just demotivated. But I was talking to Charanjot, I was talking to Aditya, and like I just had to qualify. I had to do it, and luckily for me, I had to travel to the M42 boot camp in Mumbai to play division rivals towards the start in the first season, and I could grind there. And luckily, I made it through as the 34th seed. I think I went to the tournament with not a lot of hopes, honestly, not good seeding, but luckily I was able to get through the Swiss. My main motivation was to get through to day two, and I was thinking that on day two anything can happen. Like everyone's on the same level, and it's a direct elimination tournament. So one game, like you're 2 goals down, and you don't know what's gonna happen next, right? After that, you could be going out or you could be making a comeback. So don't like it was a great journey, honestly, and I mean being here in the bio bubble, especially with that, and like it's only the first qualifier anyway, but it's a long way to go, and hopefully I can keep the form up.
Perfect. That's fantastic. I think that's what happens when you are put into a difficult situation, and that's where the pressure that we all say that you thrive under pressure. Because whenever I talk to Adi or talk to you, they're like, whatever the qualifier pressure is, that हो जाएगा जो खेल रहे हैं हो जाएगा, we'll win, and then you guys end up winning. So I think that's the pressure you guys thrive on, especially with the talent you both have. So, without taking much time, I think we will continue this conversation in the game. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are excited to see you guys play. Like I mentioned, that you guys will be playing a best of two match, and they would want to see an FGS champion solo versus an FGS 2v2 champion, and both of them representing M42 Esports. So, what more how better could it get than to have this sort of combination? So, let's get started. Let's see um, where we're starting off with Adi's team. So, gonna wait for the screen to pop up where you guys can see the game feed. The good thing about the competitive mode is this time in PS5 is that you can just quite easily send a code to the opponent that you're playing with, and then you guys can start. All right, the teams in front of me, so all the FUT enthusiasts, you can see how stacked Adi's team is, and dangerous badge, dangerous name, uh, coded name, I would say, is to scare the opponents H4F. We don't even know what that means, but you can see the team. We have Goal Navas, so that's pretty interesting. And quite a team there. Adi, talk to me about it. Like recently, I think people should know why am I seeing these two icons on my screen? How did they come?
So, so Eusebio, I think I pack him every year. So Eusebio, I packed like in the start from an objective pack. He's untradeable. And like
Yeah.
recently, with the mid icon that was released, I was fortunate enough to get Cruyff. And yeah, the rest, everyone is tradable. These two aren't tradable. And yeah,
Okay.
I mean, I'm not. I've just gotten Cruyff, so I'm not used to him. But like, yeah, I'll try using him the best. Let's see now.
That's
Should
perfect.
I like set up the
Yeah,
lobby?
yeah, yeah. You guys set it up.
Okay.
And while both the players set it up, I would like to remind the chat that there is a national team jersey giveaway up for grabs. So the one that I'm wearing is, of course, there is a newer version of it. There's more cooler version and the more like the one that looks even more good. You have the chance to win that, and it's a 656 jersey for the official Indian national team kit. You have a chance to win that. The question is that's going to be put in the chat: against which team did India pick up the most number of points in the FIFA E Nations online qualifiers plains 2022 match week 1? That is the question. You'll see it in the chat, and whoever answers it correct, we will be doing a random draw, and
Are we
whoever wins
allowed to
that.
answer?
No, you're not allowed to answer. Of course not. But soon you'll be anyway with the talent you guys have. You'll be part of the Indian team, and you will have tons and tons of kits and merch. So let the others have a chance, bro. I'm pretty sure they are more excited to win it. And yeah, that is the question. I'm gonna repeat it again. Against which team did India pick up the most number of points in the FIFA E Nation Series 2022 Plains Match Week 1? And of course, I wish I could answer like Adi said. Of course, I know that I could get the New Jersey myself, but you can see these contrasting names on the screen. This is something that I've never seen. One is Crusher and one is Bunny Rabbit. The combination is pretty contrasting. But anyway, you guys are ready to start. Let's do it, and let's start the BO2. I'm pretty sure everyone is waiting for you guys to see a solo FGS champion versus a
दूसरी किट ले लो.
2v2 FGS
Are
champion.
white shots, bro. It'll be confusing.
So अच्छा तो ये कर लो. Yellow ले
What
लो.
this now? This is fine. Nah.
This is okay.
All right. So Adi is blue and Saransh is
No, Adi's yellow.
I'm
okay.
I'm in
yellow.
the India
Okay.
kit.
Okay. Adi is in the Brazil kit and you're in the okay. That's Saransh's team. We'll have a quick look at it. Inform Mbappe, KDB signature, Renato, Ginola, gold Neymar still. Wow. A lot of people thinking would be why would you say gold Neymar like that? Because it's not easy to get gold Neymar also. But here we go, guys. This is gonna be quite a fun game to watch. But I'm not gonna let you guys put your head totally into the game, as Saransh's team name says, head in the clouds. So keep it that way and talk to me
Okay.
about your journey as to how your career has been, what inspired you to play FIFA, and what are the things what are your goals, and did you ever think you'll come at this level and you'll be playing this game for a living? Uh, because not everybody. Oof, nice shot there. But yeah, starting with Adi, because I want to know like his sudden rise to the top, especially from what I've seen in the 2 years. Adi, how did it start, and what all tournaments did you play? What all have you won? Talk to us
I'll
about
tell
it.
you. So I think my journey started in Delhi. I study in DU, so I was there for my first semester basically, and there were a lot of college tournaments going on. So I just
Mhm.
used to casually go to some tournaments and play. And there I think I met Loki on a LAN event where like we had a pretty close game which went to extra time and all. And then I realized that like yeah, I can play. And then lockdown happened and I started playing more and more and just got better. Then I think my rise actually started from the ESLs that were happening on FIFA 20 and 21. And like in my first ever ESL itself, I reached the grand finals, which was I think the top four. And yeah, then eventually in the third ESL, I won the ESL, and even FIFA 21 FGS came along. It was the first season where India got eligibility, and I stood second in the country in the FGS leaderboards.
Wow.
Yeah, so just like that only. And like still, I think I just play FIFA for fun. I mean, it is kind of my profession, but I play it for fun only. Like I just have fun and smile while playing it. Now I don't even think I rage at all while playing FIFA, which is I think kind of shocking. I mean, most people do rage, but I don't now. So yeah,
The
it's been
fact
all
that
fun and games only, to be honest.
mm, that's a great goal, Saransh. But to be honest, yeah, that's a pretty good thing to say to especially the people who want to play FIFA professionally. That even playing at this level where you have so much to win and now people know you and they have certain expectations from you, including your organization M42. You still put up a smile while playing this game, which is kind of shocking for me to listen to because normally the case would be you'd be raging, fuming if something goes wrong. But really nice attitude to say, and I think that's what helps you become a better player. The more relaxed you are, and the more you don't let it get to you. I think that brings the best out of you. But I think most of the people already know about Saransh, but I would want Saransh to um, talk to me about his journey. Like, where did you start? And you are arguably amongst the best players, the top two in terms of top three in terms of achievements. You, Adi, CJ, Saki, all the players. So tell me, man, how like where did it start?
I think it started like in 2017 or 18. I played my first LAN event in Pune, like as a local LAN event, and I was 16 at the time. Like I didn't really want to go to the event, but like my friends kept forcing me, and like on the day of the event, my brother finally convinced me that you know what, we'll just go. We reached the event pretty late, honestly. Like they were just about to close entries, and we got in, and I ended up winning that tournament. And then after that, there were a couple more events in Pune, and I managed to do well in them. That like because of that, then I started playing online. I started playing like online tournaments. I wasn't too much into Ultimate Team or anything of that sort back then. It used to be only kickoff tournaments, as Loki would obviously know, and like Ultimate Team came into the scene a lot later. But yeah, like I said, like it all started from a local event, and then FIFA 18 was a very good season for me personally. I think I managed to do pretty well in like most of the LAN events that used to happen back then. But after that, like the global series happened last year, and like that didn't go too well for me. It was the first season of India being eligible in the global series, and I managed to do well in the last qualifier, but before that, it wasn't like I didn't have the best of the starts. But like this season has started off good, and hopefully I can like maintain this.
That's amazing because when you started off with LAN events, I think everybody here in India we did not have the the structure basically, and now that is being provided to us by Indian football, of course, with the AIFF Football Challenge. You have the EA tournaments now officially in there. You have the FIFA E tournaments. I mean, everything is coming into place. We've got the EISL as well. So I think things are improving a lot in terms of the infrastructure, which I think Saranch and I have particularly experienced, and obviously the other pros who started playing very early, even before we all came into the scene, and we have seen how the structure is in India and how much has it improved. So Saransh, like obviously your targets change, your mentality changes. You obviously went into LAN events just trying to chill and earn some dough, just to use that sort of cash to just party with your friends or whatever. You never thought you'll make it as a profession, right? So what is the change in the mentality? Obviously you were a competitive player back then, you're a competitive player now. What has changed in terms of like being a professional from just someone who is gonna go and just smash all his opponents?
No, I think like the main part about competitive FIFA is the fact that you're having fun, like Aditya said as well. Like I think it's that adrenaline you get when you're playing in like tournaments or when you're playing at LAN, I think that still motivates me as much as it did before. It's not like you're playing with a different mentality. I feel it's the same, but obviously there's a different kind of pressure now. Back then you weren't thinking so much. As I'm older as well now, so there's that. But other than that, I think it's the same. Comparative FIFA is what motivates you to like do better, and mainly just because it's fun, man. Like it's being at LAN or even playing online in online tournaments, competing with each other. It's like having it on stream, etc. It's just a lot of fun, and I feel like due to the fact that we're having fun, I think that makes me feel better, like play better as well. You know, if you're not having fun, then you're sort of in a different mindset when you're competing. But I do feel that having fun while playing any sort of game or any sort of sport is important, and I'm glad that I managed to do so. Like I do rage a lot sometimes, not too much, but sometimes it happens. The game sometimes brings out the worst in you, but I think it's natural.
No, that's true. Actually, it does bring out the worst. And I think to all the viewers who just witnessed Saransh calling himself old, he's just letting you know he's 20. So if that's old, then probably I should start looking for old age homes now, because that's the case. Because after achieving so much at the age of just 20, I think he's bound to achieve a lot of good things in the future. That's something I'm sure of. But yeah, the mindset, of course, Saransh, like you said, that it's all about having fun no matter what level you're competing at. And there's something exactly what I want to tell to all the viewers watching here, that if you are looking to make a career in FIFA esports, if you are looking to like become like Adi and Saransh, and there's something we never did before, right? We did not have people to look up to in the community. We always used to look at foreign players, and now that some of us have reached that level, it's really good to see that people would want to come and compete and be that champion themselves. So you have that chance to be a part of the AIFF Football Challenge. You will find more information in the chat box below, where you can um, register on that link and play in the AIFF Football Challenge. That is going to happen for this month on the 13th and 14th of January. That's a great chance. Green time also sometimes. Okay, let's go into the technicalities of the game. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are quite curious to know the things that differentiate you from you know being really good in terms of playing competitive FIFA, to just being good but not just being good enough. Like, obviously I complicated my words there, but I'll start with Adi. Adi,
Yeah.
what is the secret? Like, we can see you crushing Saranch there, as your name says. The poor bunny rabbit is just facing your wrath right now. But
I'm just getting
just
lucky with the through
tell me the
balls.
difference,
Yeah.
like gameplay wise. What would you suggest to anyone watching your game right now? How do you play the way you play?
See, I think the key about any FIFA, like not just this FIFA, is fundamentals, which would be player switching and I think passing and triggering manual runs. I think those would be the most key aspects of a FIFA. So like that's why like I think every FIFA you see, like for example, players like Dosari Tex, they're good because their fundamentals are excellent. And in if you see this FIFA, there are driven passes, player locks, and I think this FIFA is a fundamentally sound FIFA, to be honest. So like if your fundamentals are good, you would be good at the game. So yeah, that's basically the gist of it. First, master the fundamentals, and then I think move on to the advanced things like skill moves and stuff like that.
Right on point. I think fundamentals is the key. That if you get the basics wrong, you get everything wrong. No matter how much skills do you know, no matter how much uh, whatever flamboyancy you play with. I think that's a secondary thing if your fundamentals aren't correct. And even for the giveaway today, you have to follow the basic steps, fundamentals again. You have to follow Indian football on Twitch. You have to comment the correct answer for the question we've been asking in the chat, and you stand a chance to win the official Indian national team kit by 656. And the question is, against which team did India secure the maximum points in the planes for the FIFA E-Nation Series online qualifiers 2022 for the first match week? There are 4 match weeks in total. You have to tell us which is the country that we secured the most points against. If you give the right answer, you will stand a chance to win that jersey. Even I'm looking forward to it. So let's see what that happens. But now coming to Saransh. Saransh, tell me, how do you what's your routine like before the match? I think this is something, again, we haven't done before, and these are the questions pros get asked at the highest level, and this is something we're starting off in India with the AIFF Studio Live. I want people to know what your routine is as a professional FIFA player during match days, during practice days. What do you do especially?
I personally don't like playing too much FIFA before, like if I have a tournament game or something. I feel like it negates me more, and I start overthinking my normal strategies. But usually it's like I prefer playing one pro friendly before like getting into the game because it warms up your hands and stuff. But other than that, I try to study what I'm gonna do before the game, right? Like um, have sort of a game plan or have sort of different backup plans set up. Like if your plan A doesn't work, then you need to have a plan B, sort of a thing. Not even like different formations, but maybe the same formation and different play styles or trying out different things, like trying out new ways of scoring goals. I feel in this FIFA there is like a lot of there are a different lot of different ways to score goals, and I mean, I think I can use that to my advantage by planning them out beforehand. So I try doing that, but other than that, it's like any other normal day for me, even if I have a game or not.
Okay. So, like, when you have your match day, like, would you suggest people to play a certain number of friendlies, or to, like, go through a certain routine, or like you just like YOLO, let's do it.
It depends from person to person. Like I personally have tested things out. Like I've tried playing a lot of games, and or I've tried playing a single game. It doesn't really make that much of a difference because if you're playing well in that particular game, then that's not much you have to worry about. But I mean, like you can test out different things. Try playing a lot or not. People have tried like sleeping too much or not sleeping a lot before games as well. So it ranges. Like the range is pretty wide.
No, that's something that I would say that for me personally, whenever I've played qualifiers, excuse me. So I think the fact that when I am not able to sleep, like that's the anxiety everyone has, right? Whoever is playing a tournament, they're like, "Kal tournament hai, we have to be prepared. I'm nervous, etc., etc." So I only tend to sleep for 4 5 hours, and I feel that brings out the best in me. Like for some reason, I don't know, my brain starts to work a bit better than to sleep for 6 to 8 hours. And this is I don't know, it's kind of weird, but I don't know if some people can relate to that. But anyway, moving on to M42. How's the feeling in the team? You guys have already won so much, like Saranch with the solo win, Chadda CJ with the 2v2. I think you guys are doing a fantastic job. You're literally dominating at the moment right now, the whole South Asia region. So, how's the feeling in the camp? What are the expectations that the org has from you? Do you guys have any plans of like going out to their base? I think that's in Singapore or something. Like, talk to us about it, starting with Adi.
So for the FGS 2v2 Open, initially we were planning to go to Singapore itself. But then I think like just a week before our plan got cancelled because of COVID, like the Omicron variant,
Hmm.
the cases were found in I think Singapore, and then yeah, our plans got cancelled. But I think in the future we do plan to go to, if not Singapore, surely the boot camp. I was gonna plan. I was planning to play my second qualifier from the boot camp itself, but now I don't think that'll also be possible because of COVID. But let's see. Yeah, in the future, of course.
So, but now you are planning to play FIFA full time now that you've realized you've got a lot of potential, and because this is, let me put it this way, there is a lot of confusion people have in their heads. Can we make FIFA our full time career with obviously the uncertainties, and with having to do a job or business or whatever? What would you do now that you've literally amongst the top players in India where the region is so competitive? What would you do? Would you pursue FIFA professionally, and what would you advise other people? Can we manage both things together?
So right now, I think I'm in my final year in college. I'm gonna get done with that. Then probably I'll give a year to FIFA and see like where I am at after that. If not, then yeah, I'll pursue higher studies and try and do FIFA side by side. Like I do not think that like I can only pursue FIFA right now with how things are in India. But yeah, as in the ecosystem is has gotten better, like a lot better in the couple of years. Like I think since COVID only, the ecosystem has got like way better in India. So as it keeps growing, yeah, there will be future possibilities that I do shift to full time FIFA. But for now, I am pursuing my studies side by side and doing FIFA with it as well.
That's amazing. I think so is the case for Saransh because I think that's what he said that I'm going to finish my college. Apparently, he's old at the age of 20, which I still can't digest. But yeah, same plans for you, Saransh?
Yeah, like Adi said, I'm also in the final year of college. So I've been playing competitive FIFA side by side with studies. Like I did my 12th standard while playing competitive FIFA. So I do think it's manageable to do both things at once. But I don't know how things are gonna change after I'm done with college. Like honestly, there's not much I've thought about it. I will obviously continue playing, but I'm not sure if I'll be studying side by side or if I'll be doing this full time.
No, interesting because from what I see that a lot of people are skeptical about pursuing FIFA in India, and they tend to do that a lot in Europe because they have a better structure. But I think we as pros and everyone else in the community who is trying to become, I think we are the only ones who can do so. So I'm pretty sure that is going to change very soon, where you just look at a FIFA opportunity, a pro contract, and you're like, yeah, I'm leaving everything else for this. So, but anyway, let's start with the second game. I think Adi won the first leg 4-2. And, the best part about the gameplay this year is I feel is the passing, that extra pass that you tend to play that wasn't there in the previous FIFAs. That basically differentiates a lot of players who see that extra pass and score those goals. What is the best thing for you, Adi, in this game, in FIFA 22
Uh,
particularly?
Initially, I think I was very bad at this game because like the past FIFAs, I was more of a skiller, and I just like used to skill and get score goals. But this game is like you need to pass and trigger runs and everything. So I think it took me a lot of time to see that extra pass mechanic that you were talking about. But now I have mastered it. The most fun part about this FIFA, I think, is the pressing for me. Like the second man press is very good. So I can like press very high up the pitch, which was not possible last year because of the broken croqueta cancels and the directional nutmegs and all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this year you can press high up the pitch easily. And then the driven pass as well. So like the driven pass allows you to play very fast, and I like playing super fast and quick. So yeah, I think I'm enjoying FIFA 22 to be honest.
Yeah, it definitely shows with the results that you're putting in because it's the basics that you've gotten right, and that basically helps you because especially for me, whenever I play FIFA, I just want like the passing to be good, the basic shooting mechanism should be good, and I think all of that is much better than FIFA 21. But however, I know Saranj is obviously super experienced as a player within India, and obviously he's now won the FGS as well. Saransh, tell me which is your defining moment in FIFA? Like, which FIFA was it, and did you like that game, or was it just something that you just had to master because obviously you have to master, but you never liked it?
For me personally, I think my favorite ever FIFA is like FIFA 19. I like there are particularly two reasons for it. Like I feel the game had like a good skill gap, and the fact that it brought out a lot of creativity since it was probably the glitchiest FIFA of all time. Right? I I still remember like the best way to beat someone at that point was to like use the glitches properly. I think that's the case every year, but that year it was just different. Like the amount of glitches you had to do,
Hmm.
but again, there's a feature from that time finishing which is back this year, and I feel like green timing finishing this year works very well for you, and it rewards you a lot. It wasn't the case in the past two FIFAs, but I feel like that's a strong feature, and I'm glad that it's added this year again.
Hmm. So FIFA 19 was his best FIFA. I would love to see some comments in the chat regarding that. That's a very controversial answer, Saranjan. To be honest, because people never call that game a football game. But yes, there's one thing that I would definitely agree was that the skill gap was pretty high because if you knew how to master the things in the game, only you could do that and not everyone else. It was not meant for everyone, and that's something there the skill gap was. So that's definitely something I would agree upon. And I think that is the time also that you had qualified for virtual Bundesliga also, which was I think your best moment by far. I think.
Definitely. I think FIFA 1985 rated as well. Like there wasn't any ultimate team or normal kickoff tournament. It was an 85 rated tournament where we had to use players with 3-star skill modes. Uh, but yeah, like you said, I think that was a great moment, and that's one of the reasons why I think FIFA 19 is still one of my favorite FIFAs, and I do miss it. I do miss the game,
Yeah,
honestly.
definitely. Like I have to agree, FIFA 19 was super fun. Like even for me, those driven shots near post green time, I always used to take Belgium when it came to the kickoff mode. I've played tournaments with it, so I used to have a lot of fun. But obviously, a lot of things with the El Tornado and I think Adi Adi knows about that. I think Adi we played that FIFA 19 tournament only during LAN,
No,
if you
no,
remember.
that was 20, bro. I think
That was
FIFA
20.
19, I was a bot. I think silver one if you talk about foot champions at best. Like
Wow.
that was my level. I didn't even know how to do a croqueta that year. And I think croqueta was the best skill move
Wow. So
from like
from
what I've
FIFA
heard.
19 silver one to being a 2v2 FGS champion, top of the Indian FIFA scene. What a goal that is. But yeah, like that's how the journey becomes. And to all the viewers who are like again going back to this, that when Saranj was talking about the 85 rated mode, you do have a chance to actually join the best of the best players that you are seeing on the screen playing right now to join them in the AIFF eFootball Challenge Grand Finals. And to do that, you'll have to play the January qualifier. There are only two qualifiers left, January and February. January one starts on the 13th and 14th. You can find the link in the chat right now, and you can register for the same. And you'll have to play on the 90 rated mode. That is, as that reminded me after. I think the 90 rated mode is pretty fun, quite even for everyone as well. And this is something me and Saransh
Ooh.
were talking, being part of the bubble as well,
Horrible.
that how did that pass go through? But yeah, like Saransh, you and I were talking about this, right? That there was quite fun for everyone to play on a level playing field, which was the kickoff mode or the 90 rated, 85 rated mode, where there was no team advantage. As you can see, Crusher is doing that, exploiting his Cruyff and Eusebio to the core. That wasn't the case before. So, but yeah, I think that's the best way to go about it. Like just to playing on that level playing field. Obviously, Ultimate Team changed a lot of things.
Yeah, I
Right?
think more of so like than a level playing field was like how you use those players, like because everyone had the access to the same players, not like you had a lot of options. So if you're using the same players, it just all comes down to who's using them better. But yeah, like you said, FUT brought in a lot of audience, so it's completely understandable why the change did happen to Ultimate Team and why most of the tournaments are now Ultimate Team instead of kickoff mode. But yeah, like those songs used to be fun, and like I miss them sometimes, even though some people might disagree. Ultimate Team is a lot more entertaining for sure, but for me, I think like I don't like using so many players. This it confuses you so much. Like back then, I didn't have an option. It's like either take France or take someone else. So you don't have an option to change your players.
Yeah, I think that was the best case because you have to like do with what you have. Uh, Again, like we're not blessed to pack Eusebio year in year out. So I wish that happens to everyone, to be honest, because from what I got in my mid icon, what a save now. From what I know, like my mid icon pack has been the best this time, and this still not the pro level meta. I got Puskas and I got Butraenio, so even that isn't the best when it comes to having the likes of Eusebio, Cruyff, and all.
Puska should be good though. He should be feel like Messi, right? In game or no?
Yeah, I mean definitely. Like I think
Or I mean
his
he's
left foot
usable.
finishes. Yeah, he is usable, but off the bench. a lot of people
क्या है क्रॉय?
start s- might start sending me DMs that like how can you not use Puskas in your main team? That's the reaction that I got from a lot of people. Um, but nonetheless, I think the fact that competitive FIFA has grown so much in India, uh, and the fact that pros tend to obviously stay limited in a particular circle, like of 5 to 10 pros playing uh, with each other to improve. But the platform, the number of opportunities that are increasing for the casual player base also is fantastic, really. But while we talk about it, I think the fact that this stream is really special is for all the viewers to enter the giveaway. So all you have to do is follow the Indian Football's Twitch channel right now that you're watching the stream on, and you have to answer the question that against which team did India pick up the most number of points in the FIFA E Nations play-ins match week one. Uh, Pretty simple answer to anyone following our journey in terms of this. Great goal there, man, Saranj. Goal Messi still overpowered. So,
I thought it was going to क्रॉय. Yeah.
but yeah, the fact that you guys can participate in the giveaway and say the right answer, you'll be selected by the bot, uh, which I feel I am nowadays, a complete bot at the game, unlike Saranj and Adi, who are
Please, 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 please.
going completely at it. Uh, that scoreline is crazy though. This is how the matches usually are, right? I mean, how much difference would it be there if you were to play a qualifier right now and the way you're playing right now? Because you both look really serious right now while playing the
No,
game.
I think the defense would not be as open as it is right now. Oh God, I had a power cut, so I don't know how long I can play now. Let's see.
Wow.
I think
So
I'll
I think
mute
it'll be
my
the
mic,
same game
otherwise.
except for the fact that I won't be scoring so many goals because Adi will be defending more solidly. But other than that, I think
So
it'll be
will
the
I,
same.
right? It'll be the same. It'll just be a bit more cagey, I think.
Yeah,
Definitely. I think that does happen. Like it's bound to happen in like a tournament game when like the pressure comes in.
yeah, 100%. No, and obviously talking about qualifiers though, like obviously the FGS qualifiers are different, but to all the viewers wanting to participate in the AIFF Football Challenge, there are total of 4 qualifiers every month. In total, sorry, and each one qualifier every month. So for the November and December qualifier, we've had 4 winners from that, which is Navneet Darvesh, Naveen, and Arvind Mas. Uh, Quite some familiar names to the people who follow the Indian FIFA scene. To anyone new, these are really good players now going to be challenging the top pros in the Ultimate Championship, which will happen at the end of March. You do have the chance to participate in January and February, and you have to register on FIFA.gg. Go to the website link that you will find in the chat box,
Yeah.
and you have to register from that. As you guys can see, these two guys are
Just
just
offside trap spamming both of them. Hey, FIFA.
What is your ultimate goal? Starting with Adi, like you said, you are still looking at it just to play FIFA, just for fun, putting a smile on your face while you play. I still find that quite hard to believe, but anyway, you're doing that.
So my goal
Good
for
mode.
like this year or generally?
In general, like for competitive FIFA, what is your ultimate? Like, till what level do you want to push yourself to? Do you just want to enjoy yourself, or do you want to go all the way and like win the world championship or something?
No, of course, like I want to win, but I want to enjoy while I'm winning, I think, or losing, whatever. But like I want to enjoy the game and not play it out of frustration.
Okay. Sorry to cut you off, Adi. Yeah, sorry.
What a game this has been though, like from 4-2 to 4-2 in the second game. Mad fun, especially for the viewers. What about you, Saransh? I'm pretty sure your sweat level 1000 9,000, 10,000, whatever.
Wow. I don't know personally. Like, yo, how is this every time? Oh, yaar. But no, I think my main goal for this season is to reach the playoffs. There are two ways for me, luckily, to do it. Like it's through the EISL and through the FGS rankings. But again, it's a long, long season. I think there's anything that can happen. But that would be my main goal, I believe. But other than that, I honestly just want to stay consistent and be happy with how I'm playing. Like till at least I'm competing. I think that's my main goal rather than like having a set target. It's just to like remain consistent and maintain my level at least and not drop down too below.
Mm. Yeah, absolutely. And I think the game is ending. Obviously, it was such a good game until Saransh started offside trap
Oh,
spamming,
then
and
like Aji exploited that well. I was trying it before and he messed up, but like towards the end, then he got it right. And I knew he would eventually.
Why then? I was first time L1 triangling then no.
because even
And
even in
KDB is so
FIFA,
good. Yeah.
even in FIFA 21, Adi, I remember you used to launch those through balls from anywhere in the midfield, and to even think of doing an offside trap against you was criminal.
Bro, I'm playing KDB and Nkunku because of that only. Like both super attacking midfielders because of that only. Just to launch and I put Cruyff on getting behind, so he just keeps running the whole game. And somehow I think his pace is more than 91. At least in game it feels like that. He catches everything. No.
The L1 boost makes it better. Like I think
Uh,
even for Messi, they gave him
so
85
this
pace,
year
but he feels
Cruyff is
like
very good. I think like it's his best year according to me. Last year he wasn't very good to be honest. Like last year gold Neymar or inform Neymar was better than Cruyff. But
नहीं
yeah,
यार
this year
लास्ट ईयर आई
Cruyff is
लाइक
very
Cruyff a
good.
lot मुझे तो बहुत पसंद था I think I had him in I packed
No, but you
Cruyff
used to
last year.
play him on the wings, no? फिर भी.
No, centrally only. I think I shifted him to the wings later on. But last year there
हाँ.
wasn't much like inside the box, and then you just have to try to rig the opponent. This year it's a lot different.
No, this year Cruyff shooting is very good. He doesn't choke a lot.
Hmm.
Mm.
But no
But
Ginola anymore, Adi.
Ginola, I can't use him now. Wings पे नहीं चलता bro. Ginola, I can not use him on the wing. Centrally, I'm just waiting for the restrictions to come out, and then I'll see like what I have to do, get Ginola in or not.
mm.
Yeah, for
But that
me
was a
personally, I think I'll go for 93 Neymar. Other than that, I'll try to stick to the same team.
Bro, just get Cruyff. Better than
Thanks, man.
Neymar, according to me at
Good,
least.
good. Wish I had that kind of pack. Like, but I will do the mid icon SBC tonight. I think.
हाँ, it's juiced ना.
You can get something really good. Like look at Adi's team, man. He's playing Cruyff and Eusebio at strikers. That's crazy. But yeah, obviously now that you can see on your screens, you can go to 656sport.com and get yourself some really nice merch of the official Indian national team kit. And obviously, you can win the kit by participating in the giveaway, which is going to be done at the end of the stream. You just have to follow the Indian Football Twitch channel that you're watching on. Answer the question that you see in the chat, and yeah, you if you're lucky enough, then you will be doing it. But Adi, Saransh, thank you so much, guys, for giving us these two games. I think it was fantastic as always. All that grind of 4 5 a.m. practice sessions will resume in February once again when the qualifiers come out, and till then, hopefully, all of us have a good team. I think with team of the year around the corner, a lot of us would be expecting, hoping that at least we can pack something good
Mbappe.
and do
Are you
something.
guys saving packs?
No, I don't think so.
I no, I think I'll try personally because like there's no tournament anywhere now for some time except for
Yeah.
the AIFF challenge, but there's nothing else. So I'm guessing like I'm not playing too much weekend league etc. So I'll just save packs and hope for the best on team of the year.
Yeah.
Mbappe,
So
please.
before we let you guys go, I want both of you to just talk to me a bit about the global FIFA scene. Just one or two sentences, like who's the best player according to you right now, and how much difference do you think it is between the South Asia FIFA scene and the Europe or the NA FIFA scene? Like, and what do you think we should like? is needed to get to that level? Starting with Saranch.
I personally believe the European scene is a bit superior. I think it's not just a bit superior, but far superior. And I believe it's because of the experience those guys have. Like we'll need a few more years to get there. Those guys have been competing for so long. Like there are some pros in Europe who have been playing for like the past 10 years or more than that. So I mean, to get to that point, I think we need a lot of experience and better infrastructure in South Asia. But other than that, I feel the best player in the world for FIFA 22 is going to be Chosita for me, who won the European qualifier, the first one. When I watched like the games, I felt like he had a very different play style as compared to other people. So for me, I think I'll go with Chosita. I don't know what Adi.
Adi, what do you think about the scene uh, across the globe, and who's the best player according to you in the world right
So,
now?
as Saran said, I think yeah, the European scene is yeah far superior. But like what I think it's mainly because of the daily tournaments that they have and they like compete. They're playing in that environment like 24/7. Like every game that they play is in a competitive environment. And here in South Asia right now, we don't have that infrastructure that like we can get daily tournaments. But yeah, I think the ecosystem is improving and we'll surely catch up to them in a few years. And I think we have a chance to prove ourselves. If the LAN event in London does take place, then we can actually see where we stand and like compare. And so like moving on to the best player, I think like the answer might sound cliche, but still I think it's Tex for me. Like the things that he does on the pitch, I haven't seen anybody else do them. Like his pressing and his skill moves are just different.
Hmm. No, that's true.
True,
I
true,
think
true.
he's one of the greatest FIFA players of all time,
Definitely.
and he's what, he's just 20, and he
Yeah.
considers himself pretty young as compared to
Let's
Saran
point.
Chen, who calls
Good.
himself old at the age of 20. But yeah, I'm pretty sure these players are going to dominate the scene for a long time, and hoping that one of us, including Adi, Saranj, CJ, Sid, Saki, and all the obviously the upcoming pros, will get to have a chance there and play at the highest level. But I want you both to congratulate the winner of the giveaway. It's a friend of ours. I think even Adi knows him pretty well. That's Barry Allen 10, and he has won the giveaway. So massive congratulations to Barry for winning the national team jersey, the new 656 national team jersey. Adi, as we all saw on stream, really wanted to answer the question, but Adi, we'll have some words sent over to you. Don't worry about it. Barry, congratulations for that. But guys, thank you so much for playing this PO2 and having a great chat. I think this was a great stream. More of this needed because we haven't done that all of these sorts before. We just keep playing, but not a lot of people know about the pros. And I just hope that we can do that even more. Thank you, Adi. Thank you, Saransh. And
Thank you for
congratulations
having us.
on no worries at all. Congratulations on getting signed for M42 and winning so much
Thank you.
of
Thank you so much for having us
Thank
on.
you.
silverware already. Thank you, guys. See you.
Okay,
See
bye
you.
bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Well, I think that was a lot of fun, guys. I'm pretty sure the correct answer, of course, for the giveaway. Just want to tell you that it's South Korea. We won 6 points against them. Pretty simple answer to everyone following the scene. But massive congratulations to Barry Allen. If you did not get the chance to win the jersey right now, you have the option to, of course, buy it from the 656 store, which you will find the link in the description below. For the AIFF eFootball Challenge, once again reminding all the FIFA enthusiasts, if you want to be one of the best players in the country, all you have to do is just go to FIFA.gg and register for the AIFF eFootball Challenge January qualifier. If you got what it takes for this month, and if not in the next month, you will try and qualify for the grand finals and play against the other top 12 which players which will come through the rankings and all the other players who qualify, and those 20 people will fight to become part of the Indian national team, which is the biggest honor for any professional FIFA player in the country. But with that being said, it was a fantastic stream. I would like to thank all the people, I think most of the people from our community, friends who were in the stream. So nice to see everyone chatting, having a good time. And this is going to continue with a lot of new faces, a lot of new guests, and a lot of more giveaways for everyone. More matches, maybe some viewers friendlies as well, and I think that is going to give a lot of fun and excitement to everyone who wants to play FIFA. And with probably the lockdown might just come, and it'll just give us more time to enjoy the game a bit more as well. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. And me, Lokmanyu Chaturvedi, signing off as your host. And we will see you on the next one. Take care, guys. Bye bye and stay safe.